Hello ladies and gentlemen, Knife Talk Part 2.
My name is Martin.
Mickey B.
We are Dutch Bushcraft Knives, and today we're going to talk about Bog River and why it is one of our most favorite brands.
Let's go, let's cut to the chase. Let's start with what steels Bog River has got to offer. I've got all the steels here, yeah?
Alright.
I will show you a diagram in the screen right now with all the characteristics of all the steels. So then you don't need to comment them down below, and this might clear things up for you.
So let's get this started. Mickey, let's pick up a knife with A2 steel.
Because that is a very popular steel in Bog River.
Yeah, and one of the cheapest steels from Bog River.
And I like to use this a lot, and people are very positive about this steel on the internet. It's not too expensive.
This is my Bog River gunny in A2 with the G10 handle. Very hard material, the G10. So this is an excellent material for a survival purpose knife.
And straight away you take out the knife with one of the most comfortable handles in our collection, yeah?
Really is. Gunny, very comfortable handle geometry.
Bog River is legendary at the handle making, and I think it's very cool that with every Bog River that you buy, every Bog River feels a little bit different. So even if you buy two of the same gunnies, the handle is going to feel a little bit different because every knife is kind of semi-custom.
I think there are about 2,000 types of handles or something like that you can choose. It's really amazing. In total, eh?
This is the Bog River Kalahari in A2 as well. Hardened up to 59 HRC, and it's in desert ironwood.
Yeah,
and,
very dense wood.
Very dense wood.
One of the most popular woods used by Bog River. Very dense. It is a little bit more expensive, but you get a very beautiful wood that doesn't need that much care.
Yeah.
Compared to other woods. CPM 3V.
Our first knife is the gunny Scandivax with a black micarta handle with red liners, and it is this handle is so great. Up to now it's still one of my favorite knives. The performance is great, and CPM 3V is brilliant. It's one of my favorite steels just in the whole wide world.
And this is linen micarta. You have both linen micarta and canvas micarta.
Yep.
Canvas micarta is a little bit more natural. Linen micarta is a little bit harder.
Yeah.
A little bit more carefree than canvas. And my favorite, one of my favorite knives is also in CPM 3V. It is the Bog River Aurora in CPM 3V, but this is natural canvas. Needs a little bit more care than linen micarta, but has a very nice grip in my opinion. So one of my favorite knives, CPM 3V.
Next one is the Bog River Bushcraft, also CPM 3V. And the funny thing is that the smaller knives have got a different HRC than the bigger knives in CPM 3V, and that's very smart of them, because the smaller knives are a little bit harder than the bigger knives, because you wanna maybe you wanna chop with the bigger knives, with the longer knives.
Yeah.
And you might want to chop with the longer knives, and you don't want to do that with the smaller knives. So it's very they've thought everything very free.
So,
a frog.
And I have one of the most popular knives from Bog River, the Bog River Bravo 1. Rampless, also a natural, or no, this is black canvas micarta. I have the one without the jimpings or without the ramp. You can also customize your knives with ramp, without ramp, with jimpings, without jimpings. Extended lanyard extension, without lanyard extension.
Oh my god!
So it's a very you can really customize the knife to the way you like it.
They also call themselves a semi-custom factory, don't they? Or semi-custom.
It's a semi-custom knife manufacturer.
Yeah.
So that means a lot of handcraft is still put into these knives.
Yeah, and you can also see Bog River's got their own videos up on YouTube where you can actually see how they work in the factory.
Yeah, and I have also the Canadian Special.
In 3V. You've got 3V knives.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that makes something clear. I really like 3V.
Yeah.
It's just an amazing, very tough steel. A little bit more wear resistance, as you can see in the diagram, than A2. But yeah, it's just a combination that really holds a very good edge all around. Yeah,
I've got a unique little knife, but it's not very important maybe for this video, because you can't really buy this knife anymore, or this steel. It's a gunny in 19C27.
Sanfix steel.
And what was this wood called again?
Lignum Vite.
Lignum Vite. Oily feel. And yeah, it's kind of comparable to the 14C27 of the Mora.
Yeah.
But they don't make this steel anymore. But that's cool about Bog River. A lot of times you need to check them out a lot, because a lot of the times they experiment with steels a lot,
Yeah.
and that's cool if a knife manufacturer does that.
And I also like that all these different types of wood, and lignum vitae is like desert ironwood, a pretty strange wood. It doesn't, it's kind of rare. So you really have a treasure.
Yeah.
You really have a treasure.
It's a unique. Every knife is unique, people, and
Yeah.
I love that if a knife is unique.
And this one is a rosewood, isn't it?
Yeah, I love rosewood. I'll show it a little bit closer, maybe. No focus. Okay.
Okay.
Duidelijk.
So let's take our Elmax knives.
Yeah. And this is our last Bug River in this collection.
We both
Up
have
to
the
now.
same one, the Gunny. Very, very beautiful.
In desert ironwood.
Treasure knife.
Very cool. And Elmax is of course one of the super steels from now, and it's a powdered steel, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a powered steel, just
And,
like CPM 3V.
CPM 3V and oh my god.
Elmax is from Böhler Udelholm, and CPM 3V is from Crucible.
Yeah, Elmax. I think you have a more positive.
Yeah, I really have good experience with this Elmax. It has even a higher edge retention than CPM 3V. It's less tough, but it's still pretty easy to sharpen in my opinion, but it just keeps an amazing edge.
I would say that Elmax is much easier to sharpen than CPM 3V, even though CPM 3V is. I mean, a lot of people say that CPM 3V is hard to sharpen, but I don't really notice that. If you've got the right stones, CPM 3V is. I mean, CPM 3V is even. You can even sharpen CPM 3V with the DC4 from.
I think you have all these knife statistics on paper.
Yeah.
But what you have to do is you have to experience them yourself, because everyone has a little bit of a different take on different steels.
Yeah.
So it's really important to just go and try it out.
Yeah, go try it out.
To tell you a little bit more about Bug River and help you make the choice of getting that knife perfect for you, some tips maybe. You can get these with and without liners. If you get the one without liners, it will be a little bit slimmer. So if you have larger hands, I would recommend getting it with liners. I personally really like liners between the handles.
Especially with the smaller knives, because this Bravo 1, for instance, is very thick without liners already.
It is very, very, very good. But so you have them with and without liners, so you can adjust them a little bit to your own hand size.
Yeah.
The ramp, that's a very personal thing, I think. We personally like the ones without the ramp, because I like to put my thumb on here, or like this.
And also I like them without the jimpings, because I just like the classic look of a Bushcraft knife. It just looks old and authentic, and that's our personal preference. But the jimpings actually really have a purpose, and that is for more grip.
Yeah.
I don't really necessarily think I ever need the grip, but it might come in handy. A lot of people like it, so
and it might look cool.
Check it out. And
if you like it.
And it's got this little bit more of a military look. And of course, the Bravo 1 was designed for the there was a section in the military.
Yeah. So really cool. Handle materials. Yeah, you should think about do you want beauty? Do you want sturdiness? If you want true sturdiness, I would suggest going with G10.
Yeah.
Very excellent for a survival knife. If you want a mix between beauty and the sturdiness, the micartas would be a very great option.
Yeah.
And if you want beauty, you can go with the wood, and it is still excellent, but it does need a little bit of care.
Yeah, because we live in a very rainy and a wet environment in Holland here, and we have never experienced any trouble with handle materials. But I can imagine that if you don't look after your handle well enough, that it can cause a little bit of like a few problems.
Yeah. So Bug River is a company located in America, in the USA, near the town Bug River. That's why it's called Bug River, I believe. And it's just a factory with a lot of people who really like making knives.
Yeah.
And a lot of things are still done by hand.
Yeah.
Like the handles, they are made by hand. Finishing the blade is done by hand, so that's really cool. Then that makes,
and you can see it for yourself. Just look the name up, and you can see how they do it yourselves. So that's very cool. Anyway, the looks, the performance, the all-around package of Bug River, and the amount of choice they give to you is the reason that Bug River is one of our favorite knife brands.
Excellent handle geometry. Don't forget that. Before we close this video, I want to talk a little bit about the sheaths. I personally really like the Sheaths. A lot of people have complained that the Sheaths are becoming more cheap-like or something like that. I think the leather they use is a little bit thinner, but every company has to adjust in these kind of hard economic times, I think. But I really like that they come with these beautiful, well-designed leather sheets, and they're just excellent. They have good retention, they look gorgeous, they have a fire steel look most of the time. I just really like these sheets.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, YouTube.
Like, and tell us your experience with Bog River.
Yeah.
And now, tell us which knife we still need to check out of Bog River, because we are always on the lookout for more knives.
And don't worry about the old stories about the failing heat treat. There was a time when there were some problems with the heat treatment, but they are all fixed. Old stories, but they still hang in the old webs of the internet.
Yeah,
so
in the dark web. Anyway, like, subscribe. Every Tuesday and Thursday, a new video of me and my best friend Maarten.